Coach, I know it's just 3 days in, but how do you feel maybe retention-wise where your guys are compared to maybe what your expectations were?
Yeah, a lot better. A lot better. We think about when we got back out here and we didn't have a spring, but in the summer, and how far we've come just throwing and catching as receivers. No, there was a lot, and it's just trying to kind of work your craft. They actually know, okay, this is the route I'm doing, but how do I do it now? How do I get open? Where's my split? What defense are they playing? Some of that stuff. So now we can start talking about that as opposed to just, hey, you have a dig, hey, you have a slant, and just hope that they run that. So it's been pretty fun so far, as far as that's concerned.
I asked Austin Williams the question of how different is it to add a new face like Jameer Calvert that has so much knowledge of the offense.
Yeah, and I always joke with Jameer. Jameer will tell you everything you need to know about, food and the states and all kinds of stuff. But he played Y at Washington State, and then now he's playing H. So it is kind of good. They all kind of have good conversations. I feel like my group is smart kids, man, and so they kind of, it's fun listening to them kind of talk about it, helping stuff out. Jameer being in it, he'll talk to the young quarterbacks. Hey, I'll kind of run this like this. So that's kind of cool. It's a small little thing that helps us, yeah.
We all kind of know what Austin Williams and Wally can do and things, but depth-wise on the inside, just what's your thoughts right now on some of those guys, the Rufus Harveys of the world, and some of those other guys?
Yeah, no, I mean Jameer and then Rufus, and then two guys that have played well and impressed me, kind of coming out of the season, Brody King and Christian Ford. I've got a nice little room, and it's all, I told them, a lot of them are the same size, and they all look the same in size and sometimes speed and ability, and it's like, hey, who can be the most consistent? So it's a nice little competition. But Wally's still young. Austin's new in the offense. I mean, I don't let up on those guys either, and they got plenty of work to do too. But I'm happy with the little bit of depth we got.
It's interesting. You have a walk-on out here laying out like it's fourth down and goal at Tuscaloosa in practice. And you have like a high school guy sometimes, and maybe he kind of alligator arms something. How do you get those guys to that level of effort in practice where you want them to be?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I mean, the way we practice, I guess, is a little unique. We go a while, and then our expectations with Coach Leach offensively. But you hope they come in here and like, are they tough or are they not? And you worry that you didn't miss in recruiting, so to speak, if they're not tough. And with COVID, it was a little bit tough. We feel like we're really happy with the kids we got, but some of that has to do with just innate toughness, and then teach them how to practice. I think you can teach toughness to a point. You hope you don't have to a ton, but that can be learned. And then like in my group with an Austin, hey, here's how we do things around here. They hear it from me, and they're going to hear it from me, but those kind of things, or a brulee even on defense, like I think that's how the young guys come along with things like that.
Obviously his head's probably still spinning, the first impressions of Teddy Knox.
Yeah, we like Teddy. That kind of to that point. We, so to speak, we didn't miss in recruiting. You know what I mean? He's explosive. He's fast. Wants to learn. A lot of energy. Fun to be around. And it seems like he loves football. And so I'm really 3 days in. I'm happy with that. Yeah.
At the inside receiver position, is there a thing or two in this offense that you really look for to be successful as an inside receiver in the air raid?
Yeah, no, and I keep talking about toughness. I kind of say we're the engine of the offense, and it's probably the O-line, but we got to block. We have to adjust routes. I mean, we got to block bigger people than us on the inside. All right, we got to do some play action stuff. We hot routes and adjust routes, and then we're big time in the screen game. And so we got to get dirty on the inside, but still play, like deep routes too, with like we're an outside receiver. So we kind of do a little bit of everything. We got to be communicators too, where we're at, formation splits, and so I really enjoy coaching it. But because I guess the number one thing is you got to have a little football sense. Kind of get angles and all right, here's what's going on. Oh, coach, he did that, and so I did this. There's a little bit more of that on the inside, I would say.
I have some final question for me. When you begin to think about the jump now that you're in pads.
Yeah.
Everybody runs around, looks good in the PJs. Now you're in pads.
Right.
What are you looking for as far as those guys maybe escalating the game a little bit now that?
Yeah, for us, it's blocking, and then just making those tough competitive catches. It's more so like I guess in our world, the defense starts to pick it up. All right, now it can almost be a real tackle, and they're gonna thump you and thud you, and we just gotta, for us working on blocking, that's where when you put the pads on, you see kind of who can handle that and who can't. And if they can, we got to get them up to speed. We're nowhere where I'd like to be as far as blocking, so we got a ways to go.